Have you ever noticed how some people can instantly diminish your dreams the moment you share them? It's almost as if your ambitions become theirs to judge. Today, we're going to uncover a truth that will change the way you operate in your personal and professional life. It's not about hiding your light, it's about protecting your energy, your momentum, and your power. What I'm about to share isn't popular, but it's necessary if you want to achieve what most people only dream of. You have to understand something crucial. Everything in your life is energy. The words you speak, the people you surround yourself with, the thoughts you entertain, they all carry a frequency, a weight that impacts your momentum. Every time you tell someone what you're doing, you're giving them access to that energy. It may seem harmless, like sharing excitement or seeking validation, but that energy is powerful. Once it's out, it can be diluted, judged, or even redirected by someone else's fear, doubt, or envy. Protect your energy fiercely because once it leaves your hands, you can never get it back in the same form. Most people don't realize that energy is like currency. You can spend it wisely, investing in your goals, your craft, your growth, or you can waste it on things that don't serve you. Every conversation, every casual mention of your plans is a transaction. Are you willing to risk your most valuable currency for a moment of approval? You might think it's harmless to tell someone about your dream project, your next move, or your big idea, but even subtle reactions, skepticism, doubt, or lack of excitement can drain you more than you imagine. Energy isn't just physical, it's emotional, mental, and spiritual. Guard it. When you share your plans with people, even with the best intentions, you give them a seat at your table before the meal is served. They get to weigh in, offer advice, or worse, cast doubt. And here's the kicker. Most of the time, they don't even realize the effect they have on you. Their casual comment, "Are you sure that will work?" or "That sounds risky," can create hesitation in your mind. That hesitation is energy lost, momentum stalled, and potential wasted. The moment you realize how precious your energy is, you stop broadcasting your moves. You conserve it, channel it, and use it only for action, not permission. Energy is also contagious. The people around you either lift you or pull you down. If you openly discuss your plans, you expose yourself to negative energy without protection. Even one skeptical voice can ripple through your confidence, creating doubt where there was none before. But when you hold your cards close, when your work is silent and deliberate, your energy stays intact. You move faster, think clearer, and act with precision. You begin to understand that the real power isn't in telling people, it's in the quiet accumulation of momentum, in the unseen grind that eventually produces results too undeniable to ignore. Think about the people who achieve the extraordinary. Rarely do they announce every move, every goal, every idea. They keep the energy to themselves, reserving it for the work that actually matters. That's why when they reveal their results, it feels unstoppable, almost magical. People are amazed because they didn't witness the slow accumulation of energy. They only see the explosion of success. Your energy, when spent wisely, has the same effect. You don't need permission, validation, or applause to move forward. You only need awareness of how much of it you're giving away and to whom. Finally, you have to make a decision today. Will you continue to scatter your energy in conversations, social media posts, or casual updates, or will you guard it, invest it, and focus it on what truly matters? This isn't about secrecy for secrecy's sake. It's about strategy. Your energy is the engine that drives your dreams, and every word you speak is fuel. Speak selectively, share strategically, protect your energy like your life depends on it, because in many ways it does. The moment you stop giving away your energy unnecessarily, you start gaining the freedom to create, to dominate, and to achieve without interference. Too often people think talking about their dreams is the same as achieving them. They believe that by announcing what they want, they are somehow closer to it. But here's the truth. Words are cheap. Anyone can talk, anyone can plan, anyone can imagine. The real power comes from action, from doing what others won't, from showing results instead of asking for validation. Action is undeniable. Action commands respect, and action is the only thing that truly moves the needle in life. You can shout your intentions from the rooftops, but until there is evidence of progress, those words mean nothing. The problem with telling people what you're doing is that it invites judgment before you've built anything worth judging. It exposes you to criticism, doubt, and sometimes even sabotage. People love to give advice, and most of the time, that advice is rooted in fear, envy, or their own limitations. When you act silently, however, you bypass all of that. You remove distractions, external opinions, and negative energy from the equation. You create a space where your focus can multiply, where your discipline can sharpen, and where your results become the loudest statement you could ever make. Results have a language of their own. They don't need explanation, justification, or permission. When you quietly work toward your goals, you start to create evidence that cannot be argued with. People begin to notice not because you told them, but because they can see it. They sense the difference, the momentum, the progress. Action communicates confidence and capability in a way that words never can. While others are busy debating, questioning, or giving opinions, you are executing, moving, and transforming ideas into reality. The irony is that the more you act in silence, the louder your success speaks when it arrives. Silence in action also builds respect. People naturally gravitate toward those who get things done without needing applause or approval. When you announce your plans, you risk undermining the perception of your competence because words can be misinterpreted, doubted, or dismissed. But when your achievements reveal themselves naturally, people are forced to recognize your skill, discipline, and persistence. That recognition is earned, it is authentic, and it lasts. Action, by its very nature, filters out the critics and draws in the allies. The results themselves become your strongest advocate. Another crucial point is that action strengthens you internally. Every step taken toward your goal, no matter how small, builds momentum and confidence. Every completed task, every small win becomes proof that you are capable of more. Words can inspire motivation temporarily, but action creates tangible change. It transforms potential into reality. It cultivates resilience, problem-solving skills, and strategic thinking. And here's the most powerful part. The more you act, the less you feel the need to explain, justify, or seek approval from anyone else. Your life becomes proof of your capability. Finally, living by action rather than words changes your relationship with success. You begin to understand that life rewards those who show, not those who tell. You develop a quiet power, a force that grows with every deliberate choice, every strategic move, every goal achieved in silence. The world may not notice your early efforts, but that doesn't matter. Your results will speak, and when they do, they will demand attention. Let your actions be the story. Let your results be the voice. Talk less, do more, and let the world chase your excellence rather than your explanations. Criticism is a weapon, whether you see it that way or not. Every time you share your plans with people, you open the door to it. And most of the time, criticism isn't constructive. It's rooted in fear, envy, or their own insecurities. People will judge what they don't understand, what they haven't dared to do, or what challenges the comfort zones they've built around themselves. You must learn to recognize that not all feedback is valuable, and much of it can actually slow you down. Protect yourself from unnecessary critique because your focus is your fuel, and every negative word burns it without giving anything in return. The world is full of people who love to comment, question, and advise, yet few ever take meaningful action themselves. When you share your goals too soon, you risk letting their doubts infect your own mind. A casual "that won't work" can echo longer than you think, planting hesitation in a place where momentum once lived. Avoiding criticism doesn't mean ignoring all advice. It means being selective about whose opinions actually deserve your energy. The less you broadcast, the less noise you have, and the more your own clarity can shine through without interference. Criticism is often disguised as concern or constructive feedback, but underneath it usually lies someone's discomfort with your potential. They see your ambition and it reminds them of what they haven't done. Instead of supporting you, they project their limitations onto your journey. That projection can subtly shape your decisions if you let it. The best way to guard against it is to keep your plans private